So Trevor now, when he was in South Africa, I think he's been away for so long. He was flying Safe Air, bro.
So that was real. They were just talking about it because Titi and I were debating after the show.
Yeah.
We didn't see pictures on social media.
The joke about Fly Safe
Safe Air, bro.
It was just a written
And
joke. There's no way he flew Fly Safe Air.
One is I guess probably saving money, but it's not. Trevor can clearly
buy a plane,
buy Fly Safe Air.
But but I think it was literally just trying to reconnect with and see how people are doing it. So there's a lot of those things. Like even when I speak to him, like leading up to the show, he's trying to ask how's things in the country, what's happening,
doing research, trying to get
and knowing all those things. So and that's important, as a comedian. If your audience, if you say what people are thinking, or you capture and put what people are going through, and you give it back to them in a way they can deal with and laugh at.
So the last time Trevor Noah was in the country, he was flying local, they said. He was flying Safe. Why would a comedian, an international comedian with enough money, go for a local flight? Well, it's about audience connection. It's about audience interaction. Get to know the news. What's going on in the country? What's trending? What's new? And think about him, he's been away from the country for quite some time. Well, he comes in and out. But still, he needs to keep up to date. Who knows, maybe he can change a few things in his, script. If he has a script or if he speaks from the mind. Just to keep up to date with the goings on in the country. And he always says, there's nothing quiet like performing in your own backyard. He loves performing in South Africa.
Doing comedy in South Africa is my favorite place to do comedy.
Why is that?
We've got flavor, guys. We've got snit juice, man. We've got we've got spices. We've got things that it's like even languages, like danko and things that you just think you have 11 languages that are combining into one way of communicating, and the way we sound, speak, dance, move, all these things.
I hear what you're saying, because on Saturday at the Sunbed, I almost found like the crowd were giving you an energy. Like as much as we weren't talking to you,
definitely.
we were in. There was a different communication. Yes, there was a communication between us and you and all of that.
Definitely.
And there was a point when I thought you were never going to get off stage because you were just having so much fun.
I was having the time of my life, honestly. It was the final show, and it's been amazing. Everywhere has been fantastic. And I never take it for granted. That's the biggest thing for me is I never assume people will come to my show. I never assume that they're going to have a good show. And so I give 100% every single time. I go, this could be the last show. This one could be the last show. This one could be. It was too much fun, guys.
So when he flies local, it's all about just connecting with the people. Learning the locals, how they interact, what are they talking about currently. On the other hand, I think comedians, they can use interaction with the local, with the public, as a way to test their material, just to see how people are getting their comedy. Although I think that doesn't work for Trevor, because he says he doesn't actually like people asking, Mr. Trevor Noah, can you please crack a joke for us?
In many countries around the world, people will expect or ask me for a joke. That can get very boring and very tedious very quickly, So you're checking into a flight or something, they'll be like, do you have any jokes with you? Oh, you're going to tell us some jokes, Mr. Noah?
On the flight?
Everywhere.
Okay.
It happened everywhere. What I find interesting, I love it most of the time in South Africa. Here, nobody asks me for a joke. But everyone thinks because it's me, they must turn the situation into a joke.
Okay.
Oh, so everyone's trying to be funny.
Most of the time it's fun.
Right.
Most of the time. But guys, I remember being in hospital here. You remember when I was doing the vocal cord surgery?
Yes.
I remember being in hospital. And then literally there, people are making jokes. Like the nurse walks in the room and then I couldn't even say anything. And then she's like, oh, Trevor, hey, the surgery didn't go well.
You don't have a voice.
Then I'm there like my whole brain's like, what? Then she's like, just joking. And I'm like, guys, you can't, that's not like how, I don't do pranks, guys. I do comedy. That's a prank. And this is my life.
Doesn't like that. But I think other comedians, they can use that as a platform to test out what is it that can work. What is selling out there. You can also build a fan base. Remember, these are the very first people in line to buy the tickets for your next comedy show. So interact with them. Let them see that you're a people's person. And that's what Trevor Noah does, I think. And like we said, comedy is about staying current. So how will you stay current if you're always flying private jet all the time? How would you stay relevant? How will people relate to your jokes? Yes, you're gonna crack the joke, but it's not gonna hit home. We want something that is local. Yeah, so there you have it. Trevor Noah flies local on SAFE. Not because he's broke, no. Not for the giggles, but for the ultimate comedy experience. It's all about connection, material testing. Well, he doesn't use it for material testing, but I think it can work well for him as well. Cultural relevance as well. And just to, network with people. Home is where hilarity is. And he says this is his best place. This is his best place to do comedy, he says. Thanks for tuning in. And remember to hit that button again to stay in touch with the updates. Till next time, keep laughing, guys. Stay local, because local is what? Lekker.